Hello my crafty friends, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I'm going to be doing my plan with me for May 30th through June 5th. And I'm really excited about this particular plan with me because I was really inspired by this MAMBI kit that I got at Tuesday morning. And I just thought it was really cute because it's kind of got a nautical theme. I know a lot of people have been hauling this, but it's got a nautical theme, and with Memorial Day coming on Monday, and I just thought it was just very cute. So I wanted to go ahead and use this as my theme. I was planning on doing some kind of red, white, and blue thing, but I didn't really want it to do that because I want to do that really for 4th of July. But I thought this was kind of like the next best thing, is kind of doing a nautical theme. So I picked out that, and then of course they have these cute little anchors at Target dollar spot. So I went ahead and picked up a pack of those for $1, and I think I'm going to be making my paper clip out of these. And then another thing that I thought was really cute were these little it's actually a dessert deco kit, and I think I have a plan for my side panel for these. So, oh, I also have some of this. I found this little kit at Tuesday morning. It's got a bunch of it's called Making Waves by Fancy Pants. It's just a bunch of die cuts, and they have like anchors and boats and little fish and stars. And I just thought it was really cute. So I'm going to see if I can incorporate these couple little die cuts into my planner spread this week. I also got this washi at Target dollar spot for $3. I have to say I'm fairly disappointed in this washi just because of the amount that you're getting. I mean, the black and white washi there now is like a full, good size for $1, and this is like nothing on this. There's hardly anything on this roll, and it's $3 for, it's only $1 a piece, but when it's such a small little amount, it's just kind of disappointing. But anyway, so I thought I want to try to go ahead and incorporate this. I don't know if the anchors washi is really going to match, but I'd like to see if I can try to incorporate it because it's really cute. But I definitely want to use the stars and the stripes. So let's go ahead and jump right in and see what I'm going to do with all this.
Since my inspiration this week was that MAMBI kit, I decided I was going to do something a little bit different and just try it out and see if I liked it. So what I'm doing here is cutting out that wave paper. And that came from a paper pack, not this paper pack. It came from something else that was kind of loose in my stash, so I don't know exactly where I got it at. What I'm basically going to end up doing is using that paper to create a seascape at the bottom of the planner. So I'm going to use the bottom row and then also the border on the bottom. I cut the paper so that it looks like a wave, so I just took the pattern and trim the top off, and I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. Now this isn't going to leave me a whole lot of room to plan. I'm going to have the 2 top rows, so I don't have a lot going on this week, so I think it will be okay, but it is going to be a little bit of a challenge trying to get everything in there, but it's always good. One thing about the Happy Planner is you can always add in journal cards if you want to put a to-do list, or I can put just a list pad, just punch it with my hole puncher and put a list pad in there if I need to have extra room to like put a to-do list or anything like that. So I think I'll be okay. And also I just recently purchased my Michael's Recollections planner, so I have that as well. So I'm officially a 2-planner girl. All right, so what I'm basically doing here is I know I wanted to use that little die cut and that whale that came from the MAMBI kit. The die cut came from that little die cut set that I showed you in the beginning. I knew I wanted to use those 2 pieces, so I'm just kind of working it in, figuring out what I want to do, figuring out what kind of paper I wanted in the background, things like that. And I know I'm putting that little sign right there on the side panel, but I am going to end up using that deco kit that I told you about. I guess I forgot for a minute that I was going to do that. All right, so so I went ahead and used the paper. That paper has a kind of like a raindrop effect to it, and it did come from the MAMBI kit, so it matched the whale perfectly. So I thought that looked really cute. I thought it still was a good accent for the wave paper. And so I went ahead and cut that out, and then you can see I trimmed up the wave paper a little bit because I didn't want to go up into the next row. I wanted to stay just in the bottom row. So I trimmed that up a little bit. So it had some sky and then some sea as well. And I'm just going to do that for the other side as well. Just cut the link so that it's the same size. And get the wave paper, and I'm going to trim that up too so you can see. I'm going to line it all up and try to get it trimmed so it's exactly the same size. And then I just trim it up a little bit and then stick that on there. And I'm going to put the whale right there, and the die cut. I grab a few of the little fishies from that same die cut set to put on there. And I don't know what I'm doing next. What am I doing next? Okay, so that adventure sticker came from the MAMBI kit, and I wasn't sure what I was doing. So when I do that, I just cut it so the plastic is still on there, and that way I can move them around and figure out what the design's going to be. I knew I wanted to use it. I just didn't know how I wanted to use it. So that's what I do. That's my process. I just leave the plastic on there. Once I figured out the whole seascape thing, I wanted to move to the side panel. And I knew I wanted to use that paper from the paper pack because it's so cute and had a bunch of little cute sayings on it. But I was struggling with trying to figure out where to cut it at so I could fit it in that side panel. Again, completely forgot that I had bought that little deco kit to do the side paneling with. But at this point I forgot, but I do remember. Okay, so I took that chevron paper, the red and white paper, and put it on the side there, and then I cut out the anchors away so that it fit in that side panel. It was like the perfect size. And you could see also I cut some of the anchor paper because I just wanted to see because that one had an anchor, and then I wanted to see how the anchor paper played in with that, and I kind of felt like it was competing with it. So I ended up just cutting that anchor off. There you go. And it just says anchors away now. And I keep messing with that little anchor die cut, and it doesn't end up on that page. It ends up on the other page. All right, so then I'm going to cut out some of the chevron paper, and I went the opposite direction as I did for the side panel. So kind of gave it a different look. And I wasn't going to use the dot paper that came with it. It had like a navy and white paper, but I went ahead and used it. You know, it is Memorial Day week, and I just wanted to kind of commemorate that, so I went ahead and used that. I felt like it kind of gave it kind of a flag look to it without actually being a flag. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get everything glued down. And then I stuck some washi in the top there just to kind of give it a border at the top. And when I look at it in the film, I think it looks weird. It's kind of, I don't know, I didn't really like it. But then once you put stickers on it, it fixes everything. So it's sticker time. course I didn't have my camera going. You know, you think after doing 60 something videos, I would learn how to use my camera. But so sorry guys, I did finish sticker time, but I did add the anchor there on the left hand side, and then I also did side paneling. So I'll show you here in a second what the side paneling looks like a little bit up close. What I did was I took the little flags that came with the that little deco kit that I showed you at the beginning, and I just ran the little string that came with it up the flags, and then I laid them on the side, and I just think it looks so cute. And I just stuck some stickers on it. It says "Look Fun Today," and I did use puffy tape to kind of add a little bit of puff to it, and I think it turned out really cute. And all right, so I think I'm done with that piece. I'm just going to go ahead and move on to my paperclip now. And I wanted to make sure, so I put my glue gun on, and then I wanted to just test what color I thought would look best. And I ended up using the navy color, and I'm going to take that string off there. I don't want to use that. And then I'm going to grab a paper clip here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it to the back of the paper, or to the anchor, and I wanted to secure it with some of that ribbon there, or twine, and that came from the deco kit that I got, the cupcake kit. And I'm just trying to figure out, do I want it to crisscross, or do I just want to loop it around? I ended up just looping it around it, and I think it looks cute, and it kind of ties the side panel in with the paper clip, because I use the same kind of ribbon. All right, so I went ahead and glued it on there with my glue gun, and then I'm going to take that ribbon, like I said, and wrap it around the anchor there. This is similar to the process that I used for my hashtag paperclip in my planner, my Michael's planner. So if you want to check that planner setup out, I go ahead and link it down below so that you can check that out. All right, so I just tested it out, make sure that it kind of worked as a paperclip. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my journal card, and just pulled out some journaling cards that I felt would match. And shocker, I went with the teal color one instead of the darker one that's sitting there. And I have to apologize, guys. I'm still trying to get over this cold. I feel a lot better, but I still have some residual sniffle nose. So I apologize if I am sniffing. My nose is sniffy. All right, so I do have a Pinterest image that I wanted to include on this journal card. It's a scripture, but I totally forgot to print it out before I started this plan with me, so I didn't have it with me to kind of judge where all this stuff was going to go, but I kind of knew what size I was going to make it. So I realized that I put that washi too high up, because I wanted the image is going to be a little bit big. All right, so I took that, I was originally going to put that float your boat sticker on the journal card, but I went ahead and decided to put it on the anchor. I thought that looked really cute. So I took the foam sticker off the back, and it left kind of a mess, so I just backed it up with some cardstock. Not that you would see it, because it's going to be on the paper, but you know, I'll know it's there. I'm just testing it out, making sure it's going to work, trying to figure out how I'm going to put that on there and make it actually stay. I'm just fiddling with it. Fiddling. All right, so I like it, but I feel like it's too long. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take that little, it's like a ball chain off, and I'm going to just cut some of it off. Just trimmed it up, and then I just stuck the little bit back on together. And then I'm going to stick that on there, and what I decided to do was kind of make it look like it was dangling, but I'm going to add a little piece of tape so it's not technically dangling off the anchor. And So you can see there, I'm just going to tape up the corner there on the side and trim up the tape, and then I'm going to tape it right there. So it kind of looks like it's dangling off of the anchor. And I think that turned out really cute. Or super cute, as I should like to say. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add the journaling piece to my journal card, and by putting some double-sided sticky tape on there, and I put that on there and went, oops, forgot, I've got to punch my holes, because you know you can't punch two pieces of cardstock with that hole puncher, which is so not cool, but it works. So I had to re-put the tape part on there so that it wouldn't stick in the planner and the punch. All right, so I went ahead and lined it all up, got it punched, and we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and back that piece up. All right, so then I'm going to just work on the other side once I get my corners rounded, because there was a flower on that one, so I've got to take care of that flower, because I can't have a flower on a nautical theme. That doesn't make any sense. All right, so I just took some washi, and I had that little flag sticker. It says date on it, so I thought that was cute. And then I just put some washi there on the side because it had some green little border. And then I am going to pause my Lord of the Rings movie that I was watching and print out my scripture here. And I do show you a little bit of a better picture of what that looks like here in a second. And so I'm just cutting it out, making sure that it's going to match up. And then I end up backing it with some cardstock because I can't just print it on cardstock like I should have. Like, really? I could have just printed it on cardstock and skipped this whole step. But I didn't do that, so it's all right, though. All right, so I printed it, I rounded the corners, and then I'm going to go ahead and get that adhered on there with my sticky tape. And I wish I made it just a little bit smaller, but I think it's okay. It works. And so the scripture is, the hope we have as an anchor for the soul, secure and steadfast. Hebrews 6:19. And that is a close-up of the journal card. And I'm done, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my planner and get it all in there. I am planning on doing my monthly planner here and pretty soon, probably tomorrow, I'll load that. And then I'm going to show you my new cover I made, and I'll probably do a quick little flip through of my Michael's planner. But stay tuned for some pictures. All right, bye guys.